The number of children diagnosed with autism is growing, and so are concerns from Indiana families about a proposed change to Medicaid coverage. Today at the State House, advocates gathered to make sure that their voices were heard.
News 8's Malia Van Ostrand talks with advocates about what is at stake.
Advocacy groups are coming together to talk about autism policy and support. Organizers say it's important to protect these services that these families rely on. Proposed Medicaid changes could drastically impact access to applied behavior analysis, or ABA therapy. Measures include how people get access to services, such as requiring providers to take additional steps before helping those in need.
And we are not opposed to regulation. I think everybody who's here today really just wants a seat at the table to be able to say this is how this regulation is impacting service providers. Oftentimes it will delay treatment onset.
Starting service can take months, and proposed regulations can delay critical care even further. Other proposed measures include a 30-hour weekly limit and a 3-year lifetime cap on intensive services.
Limiting that cap in an arbitrary way is really detrimental to the families and the children themselves. We're really hoping that legislators really look at a need-based, a medical necessity, so that those children can get access to their medically needed treatment rather than just having an arbitrary cap set.
1 in 31 people are now diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder, according to the CDC, which means the number of people affected is rising. Behavioral analyst Dr. Bridget Harrison says the best thing families and caregivers can do is to educate themselves on services and connecting with others.
Forming some of those groups, understanding what their funding availability is, what's the treatment options for their child, and starting them as soon as they're able to.
Organizers say the day is ultimately opening doors to future conversations with lawmakers. Belowski says Governor Braun has indicated he wants to have an executive committee that looks at autism treatment throughout the state.
This specialized committee will be a group of educators, therapists that answers directly to the governor.
As Belowski sees it, the executive committee is one of many solutions that can improve care around the state. In Indianapolis, I'm Malia Van Ostrand, Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.